Aaron Whitlow,
Brandon Spivey.
and we are the Markout Movie Podcasters. Brandon,
There
what are
you
we
go.
doing today?
We are doing our top 50. Repeat, 50 television characters of all time.
Of all time, Craig. So yes, of all time.
Greg,
So yeah,
Greg,
that was a reference to
Friday.
yeah, Friday after night. Next Friday. Uh Friday.
You don't know which Friday. It's
You
just
know the
Friday.
Fridays. You know the Friday that I'm talking about. That Friday. So anyway, yeah, 50. We're gonna do it our old traditional style. Brandon, I guess. Did you want to do what did we do, like six, or did we
5.
five
We're just
through?
like 50 through 46 would be how we started it.
Okay, yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this thing. Oh, before this, Brandon had some movie news. Brandon shared the movie news, and we're gonna talk about this real quick.
Okay, it's only one thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's Disney is paying Macaulay Culkin $2.5 million to do a cameo for the Home Alone reboot. That's right. They paying him $2.5 million, the whole budget for Home Alone. What's your thoughts, Aaron?
My thoughts is that is ridiculous. Uh, I like Macaulay, but it's a cameo. This is a cameo. Cameos, by definition, is like maybe 5 minutes or so, maybe even 10. But cameos are short little appearances for someone in a movie. I would argue that Al Pacino in what's that? I know you're gonna be like, you're referencing this movie, but the movie with uh shoot Adam Sandler, and he has Jack and Jill.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't consider that a cameo because he's in it more than once. He's in there more than one scene. So
Yeah.
it was
He was
actually a
in it quite
bit
a
part.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, bit part.
but for Macaulay, that much for maybe 5 minutes, just so he can be like, I don't know, smacking his jaws. I have no idea what he's gonna do. Just it's ridiculous. But I guess he's gonna get that paper.
I mean, it'll get people to watch for his cameo, I guess. People that were complaining he wasn't going to be in it. Me. Uh, I mean, I'll watch for the cameo, then I'll complain about it, that it was only a cameo, You know me. But, yeah. Uh, I mean, if you're going to pay him $2.5 million, let him star in the movie. I mean, come on. What's he done in the last 20 years to deserve a cameo like this? That much money. Not that he shouldn't be in it. He should definitely be in the movie, but $2.5 million? I wonder if they paid Edward Furlong for $2.5 million for giving his facial expressions.
I wonder
The
if
last Terminator.
yeah, I wonder if like that's a slap in the face to the like current kid that they have in the movie and the
Yeah.
current cast that they got in the movie, to know that they paid this guy $2.5 million for like a small little cameo, and everybody else is showing up day out, day in, day out to be a part of this movie. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, I agree with you. I call
Yeah.
bull crap. Not for you, but bull crap for Disney. What's wrong with you, Disney? Coronavirus out here and everything. You gonna spend $2.5 million on Macaulay Culkin? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Disney.
But if, on the other side of things, if I him, I take that money too. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
if they gonna offer it,
Yep.
or if he positioned himself into a situation where he can get that much money, yeah, I mean, he's a smart businessman. They stupid, but he's smart.
I agree. They stupid. But hey, so I'm with you. Yeah, if they position themselves to do something like that, they absolutely. That's what they. Yeah. He's gonna get the money. Get the money, Macaulay. But yeah, if
Are
they're
you gonna
gonna
watch
offer
it
it,
now?
yeah, I'll watch. I was gonna watch it anyway, so
So it's just
I,
a little extra.
a little extra to watch it. Yeah, I mean, because curiosity is that I want to see what it's like. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
curious, just like when they brought back Boy Meets World, I was curious to see what that was like. Did I
How
like
was that
it?
like? I didn't see it. I didn't
When,
get to see that one.
I didn't think it was that good. But then again,
Well,
I
there you
didn't
go.
also. But then again, I didn't think that what is it? I didn't think that the Fuller House thing was that good either. You know,
Uh-oh. Fighting words.
for
Not with
who?
me because I haven't seen it.
For
But
Beth?
yeah, she loves that show. She loves it. It
Mm.
lost my that show lost. I want to see it eventually, but it lost my interest when it was going to be about the girls. Even though I know that's what it should be about, but want the whole family to at at all times. I don't know.
Mm.
I want Uncle Jesse, Joey Gladstone, Danny Tanner. I want them there with them throughout, and not
And
just the
not
girls.
and not just the sporadic appearances that pop up every now and then. You want
Yeah,
them. You want it really to be Fuller House, but with like DJ and them being the parents, but
yeah,
having Grandpa, Bob Saget. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, more than what he was on there. At least him. He should have been on there more. I mean, it's the grandfather. And where's Michelle? There's no Michelle.
no Michelle. And how rude. If I had to quote
That is very
Michelle,
rude.
how rude.
I mean, if the twins wouldn't do it, then recast. Get the other sister. You know what I mean? Get
Yeah,
somebody. Come on.
literally, you don't need both of them. Honestly, you just need at least one of them. Come on, guys, just one. That's all we need is just one Olsen twin. Shoot, recast it with the Olsen sister, freaking WandaVision. Bring her back as the Olsens, and nobody ever know the difference.
Well, they would because she's a much better actress than the Olsen twins. But who, who's,
I think you just did this, didn't you? Is that you dropping the microphone right then on some
I,
facts?
I guess I did. I guess it was a little mic drop.
Sips his Dr. Pepper. It's mic drop. Not product placement. Unless you want to, Dr. Pepper. We're all about that. So, um, all right. So let's get into our list. I guess I'll kick it off with my number 50 and see your reaction on it. You might be like, okay, whatever. Number 50 for me is Lucy Ricardo from I Love Lucy. Any thoughts?
I have no thoughts because I never saw the show.
She was she was a really really fun character for me. I it was before my time, but I remember as a kid watching it with my aunt and just laughing at her antics and just an enduring character for me. So that's why I had to include Lucille Ball, aka uh, Lucy Ricardo, on this list because I love Lucy.
You love her. Well, I
I
mean,
love her.
you love Lucy.
Why not? Why wouldn't you love Lucy?
I don't know. I haven't seen the show, so I can't tell you.
Well, it's on Hulu. You should love her with me. But anyway, number number 49 for me is Mama Harper from Mama's Family. Are you familiar with that?
Oh, I am, and she would have made my list if we would have done a 100. But I had to cut her out.
Where
She
did
had
she where did she rank on your initial list?
uh probably around 60.
Okay. So I mean, she was like within almost the gamut of the 50 list. So
Yeah,
uh yeah, but Mama Harper was like one of my favorite characters. It was my favorite character on that show. Just her. I remember watching that show and just laughing so hard, just at her antics. And it sounds like I'm talking about Lucy again, but it's Mama Harper. Mama Harper is just for the '80s. For me in the '80s, it was just a funny show, and I bought them as a real family. You know what I'm saying? I bought them as a real
I
family.
I feel you. I agree, 100%.
All right.
It's a great 80s show.
I need
But
to
go ahead.
put it. Sorry. I'm trying to. I like to have my laptop, my tablet in a better position. I have it sitting right next to me, but it's sitting over here, and it keeps freezing out, and I gotta keep unlocking it with my thumb. But anyway, back to
Amen.
reality. Another oldie but goodie for me. At number 48 is Sophia Petrello, who is the mom on Golden Girls. Uh,
Never seen it.
oh man,
I know it's
she
on Hulu though.
she was, in my opinion, the funniest character in the show.
Is that the woman? Not to cut you off. I'm sorry, but I'm just. Is that the woman from Stop or Mama Shoot?
It is. It is. She
Okay.
is connected to Sly
Yeah, she's
Stone.
funny. Well, not on purpose.
You see this, guys, ladies and gentlemen. You see the head nod. This is because Brandon has to squeeze those Sly Stallone in the conversation somewhere, and he did it,
I
albeit
had no plans to mention Stallone.
stop or my mom will shoot, which
I had
literally
no
is a
plans.
line in that movie. It's a great. I don't know. I had to go
Yes,
back and revisit. I had to go back and revisit it. I'm not going to immediately say it was a great movie. I was young, and I we had to revisit it. We had to do a Desert Hold Up. I know you own it.
I do own it. And I'm a fan of it, even though he is not. He thinks he has said this on record. It is his worst movie of all time. I would disagree.
What would
I
you
would
say?
have to
What
say Judge Dredd is worse.
do you
What's
think
that?
Judge Dredd? You think Judge Dredd is worse than Stop or My Mom Would Shoot?
Oh, definitely. Entertainment value alone, it's worse.
Brandon, do you see my face?
I see it.
You're gonna get a
I
lot
mean,
of
I like that Judge Dredd.
you're gonna
I
get a
don't
lot
like
of
Judge Dredd.
I understand. You're gonna get a lot of Jim Halper face over here today. I'm gonna
Well, I
give
hope
you a
so.
I'm gonna give you a whole
You
bunch
might
of
even get a little Dwight Schrute over here,
but
or Ron Swanson. Probably more Ron.
my number 47 is
Yes, sir.
Doug Hefferman from King of Queens, um, which
That was a
is
show.
Kevin James. Yeah,
Is that really a show?
yes, you never heard of
I thought
King
it
of
was like a
Queens?
stand-up comedy.
No, no, no. It was a show that
Maybe something else.
I think the show.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
What were
never
you
seen
think?
it.
Hold up, Brandon. Hold up. What were you thinking about, Brandon?
The stand-up comedians or comedian, yeah, the women, King of Queens. Maybe that's not what it's called, but
I have no idea
yeah,
what you're talking about, buddy.
the I forget. I don't know. I seen it at Bogus Video once. But yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Uh, what's his name? Adam
Yeah,
Sandler's friend
Kevin
that
James.
replaced Kevin James. Yeah, there you go. Uh,
Are you
he's
about to
not
say?
important enough to remember.
You was about to say replace? You was about to say replace Chris Farley.
Chris Farley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
agree
wouldn't have
with
got
that.
that. He wouldn't have got that role if Farley been living.
I
One,
agree.
he's not funny enough. He's not funny enough. But
But
he's good for. He's like what I've seen of King of Queens is he's funny in it. But that is literally the only thing I've ever found him funny in.
yeah, that's I agree with that. It's like Paul Blart. I thought was okay, but to an extent, the first one I thought was okay to an extent. Um, but um, but yeah. So that's number 47. My last one for 46, and then it's your turn. Is a show you haven't watched. It's The Man in Black
Oh,
from Westworld.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a
Yeah, I haven't
character,
seen
Ed
it.
Harris. Ed Harris plays the Man in Black in Westworld, and he's just a very creepy, calculating, like he gives like an Undertaker presence about himself as far as like when he's on the screen, you feel like death is behind him, that he's gonna kill a lot of people. He's just a really cool character though. But then like when they dive into who he is and his story, then it really brings it to light of the who this guy really is. So Ed Harris, uh, you know who Ed Harris is, right?
Absolutely, I know who Ed Harris is. This guy.
But yeah, that's my 46. Brandon, I'm ready to hear your 50 through 46, buddy.
All right, all right. Number 50 for me. Uh, although controversial, it is Cliff Huxtable from The Cosby Show. Either he's shocked I put it on the list, or he's shocked that it's so high up.
I'm shocked that it's so high up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen all the Cosby Show, but I've seen enough to, recognize him as America's Dad. Um, I hate talking about him because of what he's done, but yeah, I'm not gonna talk about him. He's just up there. He
I
doesn't need to be
understand.
talked about. Aaron could talk about him if he wants to, but
Yeah,
I'm not
because
going
of
to.
course he's on my list
All
too.
right, number 49 is Castiel from Supernatural. Again,
Because he's so high up on the list, man.
well, I'm not the biggest fan of Castiel, as a lot of people are. Like, I like more characters on that show a lot better.
Like
A
Crowley and
lot
people like
better.
that, like Crowley and stuff like that, or
Oh, Crowley's up there on my list. He's somewhere. He is somewhere. He's up there, man. Crowley is really up there.
Crowley didn't
The
make my
Winchester's
list.
up there.
Crowley didn't make my list, but I love
Uh,
Crowley.
what?
Crowley
Crowley
did not.
doesn't make the list?
He did not make my list, but I love Crowley. I love him, but he just didn't make my list.
Oh man,
But
that hurts me. That hurts
Castiel
me.
would have made my list. I'm glad he made your list. He didn't make my list. But I enjoy Castiel. I like earlier Castiel, like when he was still trying to figure out how Earth worked. I love that Castiel.
Yeah, you gave me a look like he's so high up your list, and he's not even on yours.
Yeah, it's true.
What's that about? What is that about?
I'm sorry, buddy. Ooh, drinks Dr.
All
Pepper.
right. Number 48 for me, Ron Hardy from The Following, Kevin Bacon's character.
Oh, good one.
Yeah. When I was looking it up, they didn't have it on the list. And I was like, well, I know. Wait, what? I loved his character pursuing Joe Burrow. Not Joe Burrow. That's the football player. Joe Carroll, uh, the serial killer.
Who played him in that? Who played Joe Carroll?
The guy from Happy Leonard, which I love that show too. And that show was not mentioned in the list. A lot of shows didn't make it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer wasn't even mentioned on the list I was looking at. And I realized after I made my list, I was like, Aaron's probably gonna kill me because I ain't gonna have anybody from Buffy on that show.
Oh my
Not even
gosh.
Spike. Yeah, they didn't make my list.
Uh,
Angel almost made the list, but it just wasn't meant to be.
don't worry, I can't
forget
prove
who
for
plays
Angel.
him.
I'm looking it up right now, ladies and gentlemen. Just so I can. Oh, yeah, the dude. I recognize his face.
Yeah, I can never remember his name though. He was also in the very first Resident Evil movie. That's how far back I go with him.
James Purefoy.
There you go. Yeah.
But let's be honest. People came to The Following for Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, but I stayed for Joe Carroll. I cared more about him than I did Ron Hardy. That's bad to say because he's a serial killer and all, but
It's such a great.
He was more interesting.
You know what? I don't think, and since we're talking about that show real quick, I gotta say that I don't feel that show got a proper send off.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, I love the seasons, and then like the very last cliffhanger season, like they took it in a different direction. You're like, oh, I cannot wait to see where this goes, and it never revisited. It's like it was a good show. Another show. It didn't make my list, but I want to talk about it now because it came out on Fox as well around the same time. Was Lie to Me. Lie to Me was a good show. It did not make my list, however, but I really enjoyed Lie to Me.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Great show. Great show. Um, Tim.
Well, okay, number 47 for me. What's that?
I'm trying to think of the guy that is in Lie to Me. Tim Roth. I think Tim Roth.
Tim Roth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. What was your
good actor.
47?
Bill Gillespie from In the Heat of the Night. Remember Bill?
You
Chief
know what?
O'Connor.
You know, I never seen the show in Heat of the Night. I seen the movie. I love the movie with Sidney Poitier. Brandon, bring it back in, buddy. Bring it back in. I've
Oh
seen
man,
the movie. I have never seen the show, but I know the iconic theme song by Ray Charles. In the heat of the night. I can't sing.
I can't believe it.
Sorry, buddy.
I hope that did not air on here.
It's gonna be there. It's gonna be on YouTube and
No,
also.
no, not what you said. Not what I said. What someone else said.
Oh, I can't hear that. I didn't hear
Oh,
it. So
good.
who said something?
I'll let you know in a little bit.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, number 46. My last one, number 46. Teabag from Prison Break. You know,
That's a
you
good.
feel dirty for liking a character like that, but he was awesome.
He was one of my favorite characters on
He
that
was
show.
messed up in the head, but he was awesome. He was very entertaining.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite characters on that
Oh, he was
show.
my favorite. Which
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna
is it
talk
making
about
your
it.
list?
No,
Is it
Teabag
making your list?
didn't. But Prison Break did make my list for a different character. Um, all right, so my number 45 is Gustavo Fring from Breaking Bad.
Never seen it.
Man, best villain ever in a movie or a TV show is Gustavo Fring. Great, great villain. If you probably recognize him, and did you ever watch what's that Happily Ever After or whatever the show was, where it took place like with fairy tale characters in real life?
No,
It
no.
was like on ABC or something. He played the mirror. He played the mirror on the wall. But yeah, he's always been a bad guy. Like in every movie that he's in, like I think he's in Malcolm X is one of the people to try to take out Malcolm X. He was also in School Days as the leader of the Gamma Phi Gamma fraternity. It's just he's just been acting for years, but like in this role in Breaking Bad, he becomes such a just like you feel like you take him serious as a villain, and so
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite characters in the show. Um, Number 44 is Fred G. Sanford from Sanford and Son. Red Fox.
Surprised he's that high up.
Yeah, there's people I like more than Red, uh, but Red Fox to me was a like Fred Sanford was such a really funny guy. I love when he would always talk about. I think her name is Wanda or something like that. I don't know. He always would talk stuff about her, and then she call him a something face mule or something. Just and then he'd talk. I love his banter with not his son Lamont. I think his name is Lamont. But he had this one guy named Cal that worked for him, heavyset white dude that worked for him, and his banter with Cal was really funny, especially when Cal's racist mama came to stay with them. It was so funny. It was so funny. Uh, Man, God rest his soul. Um, Number 43, Brandon, don't kick me. Tim the Tool Man Taylor from Home Improvement is at 43. He made my list because when I think about 90s fathers, he was like one of my favorite '90s fathers on the show, and that show was just so entertaining. I never really missed an episode of it. I never missed an episode of it. Um, and he's just a really important uh, character that I really enjoyed. Him and
Yeah, I can't
Al,
do it.
um, Al Borland, I think Al Borland. But
Yeah,
yeah, where do I end at?
41.
All right, 42. Dr. J.D. Dorian from Scrubs. Did you ever watch Scrubs?
I have not. There's a lot of
Oh,
shows you're gonna mention I have not seen.
Scrubs. Scrubs is a funny show. Uh, I actually put it back on my list on Hulu because I'm not sure if I ever finished it, but I restarted all over again just to kind of watch it. But Scrubs was a really fun show for me, and JD was a really fun character for me. So I won't stay on him. Number 41, and then I'm passing it over to my man Brandon. It is. There's noises on your side. You okay, buddy?
Yeah, it's the dog barking.
Oh, uh, so number 41 is Clark Kent from Smallville.
Oh, from Smallville. I thought he was going maybe Lois and Clark there,
No,
but
no,
he
no.
went from Smallville.
I'm going Tom Wellington. Tom Wellington was one of my favorite Supermen, even though he never actually donned the cape and stuff until like the very end of the series. But yeah, one of my favorite Superman portrayals. I loved everything about Smallville. I love the Smallville feel of it. I love the opening. Somebody save me. I can't sing, but anyway, I love everything about it. I hate that that one girl was caught up in a sex cult, but hey, what can you do about that? But were you aware of this?
I'm aware. I just don't know why you're bringing it up.
Hey, you can't talk about Smallville without talking about the sex cult lady. But anyway,
You can.
uh,
You just ignore it.
well, that's my 41, Brandon. Let me hear the rest
All
of
right.
yours, buddy. Not the rest, but the rest
Number
of that one.
45 for me is Joe Carroll from The Following. Had to get him in there.
Okay,
Cult leader.
at least he's high on the list. That's all I'm saying.
At least he's high
Yeah,
on the list. Why? Why's that? You not
because
like Joe Carroll?
I did, but but not all the time. Like he was great at first, but you know what they did in the show, how they ended up making him.
Yeah, I know what they did.
Did you still like him even when they kind of broke down his
I
dynamic?
hated I hated the direction they went with his character after a certain event happened. But what can you do? You know, you you question it, but I still watched. It was weird the
Hmm.
direction they went with The Following. I still enjoyed every season though, so you know, I wish it would have got a last season, or something like a little mini movie or something to
Hmm.
finish it, but they didn't. Left with a cliffhanger. Yeah, I enjoyed him, especially the seasons he was alive.
Spoilers,
I just thought he was
guys.
a very, I thought he was a very interesting character and cult leader, and just he's a very intelligent character, just a very intelligent person.
Well, I agree. He
But
was very
anyway,
intelligent. Yeah.
number 44 for me is Bubba Skinner from In the Heat of the Night. I love Bubba Skinner. Do you have any idea who I'm talking about?
Is that the sheriff?
No, that was Bill Gillespie.
Oh, I no, I
He's like
didn't.
the right hand man.
Is it the black guy?
Really, he's a real. No, he's white. That's Virgil Tibbs.
Yeah, I remember Virgil
Aaron,
Tibbs. I remember Virgil Tibbs from the movie, but I didn't know if they still had the same characters in the show.
yeah,
Like it doesn't make sense that he would stay in that area. He was just passing through in the movie. I'm just saying. That's why the show doesn't work for me.
that is why the show does not work for you.
That's all I can say. In the movie, he's passing through, just happened to be there, and there's a murder, and he was a suspect. And then there's like, well, if you're not the suspect, you can help us to solve it. And he goes to help them to solve it. Yep. In the heat of the night, man. They
Well, I
call me
must
Mr.
say
Tips.
the show, the show sounds a lot better than the movie. Yeah, I said it, Aaron.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me check on this and see if I'm hearing
Aaron's
correctly.
like,
Wait a minute.
oh. So yeah, people, Bubba Skinner was my number 44 pick. I really enjoyed him. I enjoyed the. I always called him like Big Country because that's what he was. He was a big country. I really enjoyed him. He was a great character. I have no idea what Aaron's doing. This was not supposed to happen. He was not supposed to get up, but therefore he has gotten up and left me here alone. So I don't know if I'm supposed to go to number 43 or wait till he gets back. But I figure I better talk until he gets back. And we went to a black screen. All we can see on his end is Markout Movie Podcast. So,
I'm back.
are you? Because I don't see you.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I lost my video.
Yeah, I can see that.
I see you.
Okay. That's great. I'm going to go to number 43. Joey Potter from Dawson's Creek. The Girl Next Door. My number 43. Very lovable girl. Hot-headed girl. Do not want to make her mad. But she's a lovable person. There he is. He's back.
All right, I'm back.
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over.
So was that yours? Was that yours after the whole Bubba Gibson or whatever you say that guy's name was?
Bubba Skinner.
Bubba Skinner. Okay.
Everybody likes Bubba.
I gotta watch the show. Maybe it's a good show. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
you
watch
need
it.
to watch the show.
Maybe I'll watch it and
A
I'll
lot of
love
good
it.
actors on that show.
But
A lot of good actors on that show.
that was your 43?
43 was Joey Potter, yes.
All right.
From Dawson's Creek.
Then you got two more left, don't you?
I do. Number 42 is Gilligan from Gilligan's Island.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Little buddy.
Little buddy. I almost put the skip on there, but it just I had to cut my list down. So
I would put Gilligan
number
over
41.
Skipper.
Well, you should. I mean, Gilligan, it's his island. I mean,
This is true. It is Gilligan's. They ain't called Skipper's Island or the Professor's Island or Mary Ann's Island.
yeah. So my number 41, and this is gonna hurt you a little bit, I think, because he's so high up. But he may not even make your list. I don't know. I mean, but Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is number 41.
Brandon.
Did he not make your list?
He's on my list, Brandon. But he's high
I
up
figured
on
he
yours.
would be.
Brandon.
He is high. Yes, sir.
He's high up on your list, man.
Yes, he is.
He's way up there, Brandon. He's up there with freaking cult leaders, Brandon. Brandon.
He is. He's a judge, so he should be up there with cult leaders. Judge Bates.
Fair point. Fair point. My number 40 is Peter Bishop from Fringe. Joshua Jackson.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, he was
But
excellent.
Joshua Jackson makes my list.
Of course he does.
Yes, he was.
But Peter Bishop's his character, there was other characters in Fringe was really good. The guy that played his dad was really good. But I always loved seeing whenever Joshua or Peter Bishop showed up on the show. It's just really like, and that's how it is. Like with this other show I'm just now watching the other night with him in it with Reese Witherspoon. It's just whenever you see him, you're like, hey man, that's Joshua Jackson, and he looks good, man. He looks good. Like he's around our age, I assume, right? He's in his
Yeah.
yeah, man. He looks good. I'm glad to see him working. And in this Fringe, that's how it was. I was glad to see that he was working. And Fringe was an excellent show. I really enjoyed Fringe. You should watch it. Put it on your list, Brandon. You'll love it.
Well, I have it. So I mean, it's just a matter of getting to it. We're
You
still on
have it.
Supernatural, as you know.
Duh. uh, Speaking of, no, I'm just playing. Not Supernatural. But my number 39 is Sean from Psych.
Never seen it.
Psych is a good show, Brandon.
I didn't say it
Maybe
wasn't.
maybe I should have rethought this whole list thing. No, but no, Psych. Sean and Gus was two characters together, and I was gonna put Gus on here, but I, although I love Gus, but Sean was
You're talking about Psych, right? I'm
yeah.
talking about. I'm thinking of another show. No, my bad. I was thinking of Burn Notice, with Bruce Campbell's character,
I
and
never
it made
seen
me
that.
think of Ash. I did not put Ash for Ash versus Evil Dead. I did not put it on here. I feel bad for Ash because he would have made my list easily. But
I really enjoyed Ash versus Evil Dead. He did not make my list though.
I didn't put
I
Danny
didn't,
LaRusso or
but I
Johnny
didn't think
Lawrence
about.
either.
I didn't think about the Cobra Kai.
Yeah, or Miguel. Man,
Abort. Of an plane. No. These guys will be that we mentioned is honorable mentions because we totally forgot to put them on the list. Number 38 is another character you never heard of. Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones by Peter Dinklage played him.
hey, I know the game, the Game of Thrones video game,
There's a game.
Telltales. It's a great game. Yes,
Okay.
there is, and it's pretty good. It made me interested in watching the show.
Well,
Of course, I ain't got to it.
the show is interesting.
I hear the books are too, but I ain't got that much time.
Nobody does. But the show's great. I recommend the show. I would recommend watching the show. Love it or hate the ending of it, but I recommend everybody watching it. It gets better as time goes by. What do I end at? Brandon. What's wrong with you, Brandon?
I was just thinking of the John Cena match with Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania.
What?
That was awful.
Where did that come from? I seen highlights of it. Yes, it seemed like it was very bad.
Yeah, I was just doing You Can't See Me. And I was just thinking of it.
Well,
sadly, we shouldn't have seen it, but we did.
Yeah,
and it also may have been John Cena's retirement match.
It's terrible. Well, yeah, he should retire after crap like that.
So should Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Hey,
Bray Wyatt should quit
with his character. Since you brought it up, Brandon, I would say that I did see the last ride, the graveyard match, boneyard match. Yeah, I thought that was really well done. But
what I saw of it, I liked.
Yeah,
it's not the only thing I liked.
It's probably the only. That's what my point was. That's the only thing that I liked about WrestleMania. Other than that, honestly, WrestleMania shouldn't happen. It shouldn't have happened. It should have just let it be a year that they don't have WrestleMania and then come back strong a year later.
Well, if that's the show they were going to put on, it shouldn't have happened, period.
It didn't feel like a WrestleMania.
No, well, there's no people, so it wouldn't feel like WrestleMania. But here's my problem with them. Please let Brock Lesnar wrestle. I hate seeing him do two moves. And Drew McIntyre, the only thing he did was his Claymore kick. He's much capable of more. Good Lord. I
Well,
watched that match last night, if you want to call it that. It was awful.
they
It was
do
Brock
that.
Lesnar's worst match I've ever seen.
Well, WWE has a tendency of just breaking down people to just like one or two moves. Think about how they did Sheamus, how they kind of built Sheamus, how they built Cesaro. They just have a way of like breaking people down and not really exploring how they are athletically. Whereas AEW allows wrestlers to wrestle and
Yes, they do.
show off who they are. And so, but we don't get that with WWE because they like, oh, quick, one or two moves. Yeah, that's good. It's just so dumb. WWE is dumb. You're so dumb, WWE. Vince McMahon, if you listen to this, your product is trash right now. There you go.
And there you go. What number were you at?
Um, number 37 is where I'm at now. Is that? Do I go to
Okay.
37? Where do I asked
Go to
you?
36.
36. Okay. 37. Carol from Walking Dead.
There's just too many characters from The Walking Dead to put on the list.
Yeah, well, the reason why she made my list, and only she ain't the only one, but yeah, the reason why she made my list is that is the one character on the show that you see her transformation from like a weak background character in the first season, or all the way to this. I hadn't seen what happened currently, but where I left off at the show, she was very strong. She's very independent, strong, survivalist type of woman, and that you won't mess with. I love Carol. I love her transformation to being the badass that she is now. That she, on the show.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, that's why she made my list. And then number 30.
6.
Yep, Walter White from Breaking Bad.
I know who that is.
Yep, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know who he is.
That show, he's a character that you love, but you also hate on that show, and it like the mistakes. You're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you did this. But then you just get so enamored with who they are. Like every character on that show is just feels like real people, and it's now goes down in my history. My viewing history is one of the best shows of all time. Is Breaking Bad. So
There
there
you
you go.
go. Breaking Bad.
Twinsies.
Number 40 for me is, what's that?
I said twins. We said there you go at the same time.
Oh, well, there you go. We're twins. Number 40, Jessica Fletcher from Murder, She Wrote. No response. Not even a knowledge of how important she was during the 80s.
You know what she was for me? The show that came on before Monday Night Primetime Wrestling. That's what she was to me.
I watched that show before
I
Monday
seen
night.
the ending of that show every Monday night. Never watched it. Just waited for the credits to roll. The and the credits rolling. And then I'm like, well, let's get to some Gorilla Monsoon and some Bobby the Brain Heenan, or later on, Raw. But that's what she was. And then if we, God forbid, if we ever had the dog show, that ruined my whole night.
Disrespecting Jessica Fletcher like that, I tell you.
She's still alive, I think. I think she's still alive.
Yeah, Angela Lansbury is still alive.
She's old as hell. Congratulations.
Hey, Betty White could be alive, so can Angela.
Hey, I'll say this. If Cicely Tyson can still be alive, so can Angela Lansbury and Betty White. Cicely Tyson is like in her 90s. I think she's in her 90s, or she probably tapped at 100 now, but she still looks good and she's still moving around.
Well, that's always good. I mean,
you don't know who Cicely Tyson is, do you?
Yes, she's from The Stand.
Okay.
It's one movie I've seen her in. I've seen her in. Isn't she in Fried Green Tomatoes as well?
I don't recall if she is or not. She was in not Bustin' Loose. Bustin' Loose, yeah, the one with Richard Pryor and the school bus.
She's Mike Tyson's grandmother, right?
No.
I gotta have a little fun with it.
Racism. That's fine. I just playing. But go ahead.
Alright.
Go ahead with your list, brother.
Number 39 for me is Charlie Salinger from Party of Five. You probably haven't seen that show. Came
Never
on
seen it.
Fox right after Beverly Hills 90210, or after a few seasons of Beverly Hills 90210. Scott Wolf, Nev Campbell, Jennifer Love Hewitt. You know these people, right?
I know
Matthew
Jennifer Love
Fox.
Hewitt. I know Jennifer Love Hewitt. I know Matthew Fox. I know.
You know Matthew Fox from Lost, right? Is that what you're gonna say? Matthew Fox from Lost?
Yeah. I know Jennifer
He
Love
started
Hewitt.
on Party of Five, man.
I know Jennifer Hewitt.
Come on.
I know Jennifer Love Hewitt from Whispers.
I know what you
Ghost
did last
Whispers,
summer.
and I know what you did last summer. I know. What's that one girl? Who else you say?
Nev Campbell.
Of course.
Scream.
Scream. Yeah. We know her.
Scott Wolf really didn't do any movies that are well known, so he did that Jeffers movie, White Squall, but that's about it.
But who else you got?
Hey, Charlie's a great character, man. You would like it, I think, if you actually watched it. Give it a chance.
Maybe one day. It's on one of my lists. I think it's on my Netflix list.
It's streaming somewhere.
It's on my list somewhere.
I think it's on Hulu. I think.
I will watch it one day.
One day he won't watch it. He won't.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way through these shows on my list.
He'll only watch it if I pick it for binge-worthy people. That's the only time he'll watch it.
I fear today you picked Dawson's Creek for binge-worthy.
Well, I've seen it already like 5 or 6 times. People may start to wonder if I keep on watching this show. What's up?
Well, people already wonder because you've seen it 5 or 6 times. So let's throw that out there.
It's my favorite show. I connect. Takes me back before we had cell phones and we actually talk to people.
Well, I don't want to wait for your next person on this list.
Well, number 38 is Bailey Salinger, the brother, also from Party of Five. Played by Scott Wolf. Oh, he was great. He had an alcohol problem in that show. But he was great. I wanted to put the whole family on there, man. I did, but those two were my favorites. So
is that one of your favorite shows of all time?
It is. But I never actually saw the last season. Well, I own it, and I just haven't seen it.
I'm trying to pull up Scott Wolf so I can. Okay.
Anyway,
I see Scott Wolf. I see who he is. I said.
Yeah. He hasn't aged today. Yeah, that's him. Still looks the same as he did on Party of Five, pretty much.
Oh Lord! It took my light out. Let's
See
not
what
do
Scott
that
Wolf
again.
can do. See what Bailey can do. Tell you, he's got the power. Ooh. Okay, number 37 for me is Glenn Reed from The Walking Dead. Love that character. Of course, I spoiled his death before I even saw it because I read the comics. Then I saw the little footage that was about to happen, But anyway, he was a great character. Loved him. They killed the show and they killed him.
Maybe I should have said for the audience, spoiler warning for every single one of these shows because Brandon will spoil the show for you.
Hey, people say that about me, that I spoil stuff. I take offense to that.
Brandon, in this whole recording, you've already spoiled at least a good maybe 3 shows, man.
Well, I do what I can to help.
All right.
All right. Number 36 for me, Noah Foster from Scream.
Is that from the new show? I guess Scream.
Yeah, the show Scream. The show. Noah Foster. He's basically Randy, but better, in my opinion. He's better.
I had to
You
watch
have
it
seen
again.
Scream.
I had to watch it again.
You don't remember Noah Foster?
I seen season 1. I seen a little bit of season 2, but I don't recall. Was he the horror nerd?
Yes, he's me.
All right. Was that your last one?
Yeah, that's my last one.
And
what a way to end it, shall we?
Yeah. Number 35 for me is Jack Bauer from 24.
No! So high up.
Yes. But Jack Bauer,
He will make you pay for that.
yeah, I have 24. Yeah, right now the beep beep beep, and then like he's like you can see screens of where he's going or what's going on. Yeah, that show was one of the first shows that I bought on like DVD, and I rented them actually on DVD, and I binged the whole like first season through DVDs because it's just so compelling. I wanted to know what was going to happen next.
He was so intense in that role. Oh my God, I've never seen anyone more intense than Kiefer in that role.
Yeah,
I swear, no one is as intense as he was.
hey,
I love him though.
If there's one person I would trust to find out the answer to a question in a short period of time, let's say 24 hours, I'm going to have Jack Bauer do that because he's going to get it done. He is going to torture whoever he has to torture in order to get the information. He does not care. So, yeah, Jack Bauer, man. And then there's other characters on there, but the first season is the best season, in my opinion.
Yeah, the story was so good in that first season. They never did top it. But I feel like every season was compelling, but they just couldn't top that first one.
Right.
Man,
I would say
makes me want to go back and watch it.
It does, don't it? Like me just seeing his name and putting it on there was like, man, I kind of want to see that show again. Because honestly, I don't see how the whole show ended. I didn't finish the show.
I did. It doesn't.
Yeah, and I didn't see the relaunch of it. I didn't watch the relaunch stuff.
I did. It wasn't as good.
I
mean, it was okay, for Corey Hawkins. He's no Jack Bauer, though.
You know Jack Bauer.
I mean, Corey's great in stuff he does, but
he's
just not Jack Bauer.
And then the other dude, like I think President Palmer, I think is his name.
Yeah, David. He was on my list at one point.
But every time I see him, like I think, well, that dude's the president because like he was like one of the best TV presidents I've ever experienced watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Number 34 is Angela Abar. You don't know who she is? She's from The Watchmen, played by Regina King.
You love her.
Man, I love that show. That show is just an amazing show. That's all I can say. It's just an amazing show. I recommend anyone see it. What is wrong with you over there?
I'm getting prepared for my number 31. Okay. It's a little tease.
All right. And then, so how far down do I go?
31.
All right. 33. Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, yeah. Doogie Howser.
Yep. Patrick. Neil Patrick Harris.
There you go. Yeah.
I had to pull him out of my brain. I'm like, but yeah, Neil Patrick Harris.
It's gonna be the new Matrix movie as well.
I'm sorry, but yeah,
I'm actually looking forward to seeing him play something serious. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I have. It's called Gone Girl. He was in Gone Girl. He was serious, and it didn't end well.
Oh.
But
Don't tell me I haven't seen it. Don't spoil it. The audience is like, spoil it. He's spoiling everything else.
uh, and so that's the number 33, Barney Stinson. Have you met Ted? Anyway, number 32 for me is Bobby Singer from Supernatural. Balls.
Balls.
Yeah, man.
I love Bobby.
Bobby was my favorite
He's a little bit
character.
lower on my list.
Yeah, Bobby was one of my favorite characters, and when spoilers, when they killed him off, uh, you know this, man. You high on the. I wouldn't have mentioned if you wasn't high on the Supernatural. I know where you're at on Supernatural, so you passed
I'm
this
on season
point.
13.
Yeah. So, but
I'm
Bobby.
still upset about his death, though.
Oh, I was too, and I love every time when they bring him back in little ways. It's just like
Yeah.
you love to see Bobby Singer, man. Bobby was like you didn't know that he was gonna him and Crawley just it's like something about them characters that you never knew that they were gonna end up being like some of your favorite people on the show, but they are totally some of your favorite people. DJ Qualls, you didn't know that he was gonna end up being like a favorite guy on the show. But yeah. All right, so number 31, Michael Schofield, Prison Break. Uh,
I
he
like
is
Michael.
he was one of the reasons why I kept watching the show. Other than Teabag, Michael Schofield was the only reason really to watch the show because Lincoln Burrows was just an idiot, just a big dumb idiot.
I like Lincoln though.
But yeah, but then like in the later episodes, they just made him more and more dumb, and then like they brought in that cocaine that really addicted police officer, and just like it just
William
the
Fichtner.
show went really downhill really fast. I love Sucre. I love Sucre. Sucre was one of my favorite characters on the show, though. I didn't even think about him till just now. Sucre was a really cool character, but Michael Schofield, the man with the plan on his back and on his body.
Yeah.
That
was also another show that the first season was the best.
I agree. After you break out of prison, where do you go from there? I mean,
you go on the run, then you go back to prison for whatever reason.
But
I didn't like going back.
You go to a Mexican prison or wherever the heck they was at.
I didn't like that. That's 31.
That's 31 for me. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Number 35, Bart Simpson from The Simpsons.
Ay caramba, man.
Well, it's been such a long time since I've seen The Simpsons, but I had to include Bart. I had to. I mean,
I feel you.
Forever.
I feel you. Hey, real quick, full disclosure, I had Zoidberg on my list from Futurama, but I took him off because there's other people I like more than Zoidberg. But Zoidberg was one of my favorite characters on Futurama. I liked him more than Fry, but yeah. And Bender, I like Bender too, but he didn't make the list. Go ahead.
Didn't make it. All right. Number 34, Mike Seaver from Growing Pains. Kirk Cameron when he was cool. I still like Kirk to an extent, but I love Michael Seaver. You watched Growing Pains, right?
Honestly, I confused Growing Pains a lot of times with the one with Michael J. Fox. Silver Spoon, not Silver Spoon.
Facts.
Facts.
Was it Facts? No, it wasn't Facts of Life. Family Ties.
Family Ties, yeah.
Yeah, it was Family Ties with Burt Gummer. Before it became Burt Gummer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you looking it up?
No, I was acknowledging my son grabbing something, but yeah. But no, yeah. What was it? What was the show called? What did you call it?
Family Ties.
Family Ties. Okay. Yeah, I mean their characters weren't really that similar, but it's just that they kind of was like this within the same time frame, and they could.
Yeah.
I think I always remember liking the one with Michael J. Fox a little bit more, Family Ties, a little bit more than Growing Pains. But the Growing Pains theme is the more iconic one. Like
Yeah.
the opening was more iconic. But yeah, go ahead.
All right. Where was that? 34. Okay. Number 33, Homer Simpson from The Simpsons. I know, Aaron. I know.
He is on my list, but he's lower on my list.
Yeah, I figured he would be. Uh,
You got Homer way up there,
number
buddy.
32. I know. Number 32, Crowley from Supernatural. Boys, yeah, I love it. I miss
Hey,
that guy.
one thing I liked about Crowley was later on his I think his relationship with Dean, like they became essentially like
Yeah,
best friends.
they
Like
did.
yeah, and they wouldn't have ever
Spoiler
admit
alert: Dean became a demon.
yeah, but they never really admit that they were friends, and it got to a point where he Crowley wasn't even considered like a nemesis of the Winchesters. He was more like an ally, like he was like an unexpected ally, just like Rowena becomes, just that
Yeah,
type of person that they kind of just but I loved just every time he pops up, the King of Hell, man. Just he was really cool. He was really cool, man. Hey, I admit that. Like, and I miss his character. I really do. It is what it is. You miss his character.
does he never show up again?
I
Not
haven't
even the
seen
last season.
I haven't seen him yet, but then again, I haven't seen the last couple of episodes, so I'm behind at this point. I don't know.
You're not as behind as me though.
Not as behind as you.
All right, all right, all
Eventually,
right.
whenever they release it on Netflix, that's probably when I watch it again.
Number 31. Are you ready for it? Carlton Banks.
Brandon, that is tough.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, man. I don't think that you should ever dance ever no more ever. My goodness.
Well, I'm in a seat, so I can't get the whole flow going.
It's not unusual, but
To be,
loved by you. Um that's a good one though. Uh Carlton, that's a good one. That's all I'm gonna say.
did you not make your list?
Are you ready for mine?
Yeah,
30. Coach Eric Taylor from Friday Night Lights.
I have never seen it.
Full
I've only
hearts,
seen the movie.
full minds, or something can't lose. Something like that. Man, what a good show. Tim Riggins was on my list, but I took Tim Riggins off. Tim Riggins was one of my favorite football players on the show. Also, Michael B. Jordan shows up later on in the series on the show as a regular on the show. But it's a great show, man. Um, yeah, but Coach Taylor. Every time I see that guy, I don't care what he's in. He was in King Kong, and I'm like, hey, there's Coach Taylor. Uh, yeah, he's always going to be Coach Taylor. I don't care what movie he's in. He's going to be Coach Taylor in that movie.
To me, he's the sheriff from Super 8.
He was a sheriff in Super 8, wasn't he? Coach Taylor
Yeah.
in Super 8 is the sheriff.
He does a lot
Uh,
of monster movies now.
but as long as he's working. All right.
Yeah, that's.
Number
I wonder if
29.
he's going to survive King Kong, though.
Don't know. Probably not. We'll see. 29. You ready?
Be a second run in with him.
29. Dylan McKay, 90210.
Yeah.
I had to get Dylan McKay on the list because at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
I can't hear a word you're saying.
can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I had to
Yeah.
get I had to get Dylan McKay on the list at 29 because it's Dylan McKay. He's one of my favorite characters from 90210.
He's a little higher on mine.
Well, and deservingly so. 28. Um, 28. Cliff Huxtable.
There you go.
I won't say no more about Mr. Huxtable. All I know is he is a really good father to those children and to his wife, Claire Huxtable. Yeah. Anyway,
He just wasn't so good to those women on set. Yeah.
bad Brandon. Bad Brandon.
I know.
27, Brandon. Jim Halpert,
The
27.
comments we're gonna get on that one.
Did you hear my 27?
I did not.
Jim Halpert.
Wow, he's high.
Yep.
He's a little lower on mine.
Yeah. Jim is pretty high on my list. He's one of my favorite characters on the show, but it's hard to pick one from The Office because all of them are pretty great characters in The Office. But Jim Halpert, I had to put him on the list because he's a lovable character. It's like when you see Jim Halpert, you just feel comfort seeing Jim Halpert. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Where do I end at? 26?
26.
It's not unusual to have Carlton Banks at 26 on my list. I got Carlton Banks on my list at 26. What can you say? Alfonso Rivi, I forget his name. Anyway, it was a great character.
He's Carlton Banks.
He's gonna always be Carlton Banks. I see something on my Facebook from State Farm, and he's on there, and I'm like, look, it's Carlton Banks from State Farm. Carlton Banks is gonna always be Carlton Banks, but one of the best characters on that show. But it's really once again, it's one of those shows that has a lot of like every character on that show was really good characters. I'm gonna be on team. I like the first mother, the first mom that they had on the show more than the replacement mother. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
You're telling me they replaced the mother like they did on Family Matters?
Yes.
No.
They replaced the mother on Family Matters?
I was thinking so. Maybe they didn't.
Well, maybe they did, but
I was thinking they did.
They replaced the mother on here, Vivian.
Yeah, I remember when it happened.
Aunt Biv, yeah, she went from really dark skin to light skin.
To really light skin. She had Michael Jackson treatment done. That's what happened.
What's his name? What's the name on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? His best friend.
Jazz.
Yeah, Jazz was like, hey, something changed about you, Mrs. Banks. Just say, I don't know what it is, but something changed about you. You look different. But all right, that was my 26, was it?
Okay. So my 30th. David Silver from the Beverly Hills 90210. Remember David?
David. Is that
Brian Austin Green?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Brian Austin Green.
Yeah. Really like David. Good character. Drug problem. Love music. Love Donna. Nah, I ain't gonna go into it.
Now he loves him some Megan Fox, is all I'm saying.
He probably did the right call. He probably made the right call.
Yeah, that's his wife, He grabbed a good one.
I mean, maybe Shia would say differently, but who knows? I mean,
continue, my friend.
I mean, Number 29, Dean Sanderson from The Grinder. And for people that don't know, that would be played by who, Aaron? Oh my God, what was that?
That was me trying to brighten up my screen.
Just came up.
Yeah, it was me brightening up my screen.
Okay.
I never seen The Grinder.
Lowe. You should see it. Rob Lowe as The Grinder it's fantastic.
I literally never seen the show in my life.
Grinder, rest. I love it. He kind of plays it like Dean. This is before Dean, of course, in Parks and Rec. When you first meet Rob Lowe in that show, he kind of plays it like Dean Sanderson, somewhat. But watching The Grinder with Fred Savage, it was a show that I thought was really good. Just didn't make it. People just didn't watch. I don't know, bad time slot, I guess.
Yeah.
I loved it though. But yeah, 28. Tim the Toolman Taylor, Home Improvement.
That's a good one. I like it.
It was. Number 27. Abraham Ford, The Walking Dead.
That's the big dude, Abraham.
That's the big dude, yeah. Redhead.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about a different dude. You know who I was thinking about?
Who?
The big black dude that was in like
Tyrese.
Yeah, Tyrese that was in like season 2, 3, prison season. I think it's 4. Season 4 is prison season.
Yeah, he came up around the prison. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Abraham though. He was such a good character.
Yeah, he really was. Till the end.
Yeah. Poor guy. All right, number 26 for me, Brandon Walsh, Beverly Hills 90210. I easily connected. I have no idea what he's doing, but
it's the theme song from Beverly Hills 90210. That's what was happening.
Oh, was it? I missed it because I didn't hear that when I listened. All right, go ahead, sir. 25 through 21.
25 is the 10th Doctor on Doctor Who, which is David Tennant. It was the best Doctor in the whole Doctor Who series to me. But then again, I hadn't seen stuff. I only seen like the Doctor prior to him, and I seen a couple of them after David. But to me, David Tennant was the best Doctor in Doctor Who. It was just a really good show with him. It's just really enjoyable. He would say like fantastic or something like that. It just really made it fun. Made it a fun show to watch. David Tennant. Number 24, Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. You're in my spot, or you're in my seat. I forget what he says. But yeah, he was like one of my favorite characters on Big Bang Theory. I haven't seen all episodes of it, but every time I seen him, I just really enjoyed his idiosyncrasies. I really enjoyed him. Number 23, Lucifer Morningstar from Lucifer. Now, he grew on me. It was a show that was hard to get into, but he grew on me.
Well, obviously, Aaron, you're watching a show about the devil. I mean, being a preacher and all, I mean, that would be a hard show to get into.
Yeah, it really is. But it's not bad. It wasn't bad.
It's based on the DC Comics, right?
Yeah, it's based on DC Comics. He also makes a cameo in the last spoilers in the last DC Arrowverse. What they call it? The one where they have the big team ups with like characters from Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow and Flash,
Supergirl, Arrowverse.
Yeah. He makes a cameo in that series, and I was like, hey man, that's pretty cool seeing him with other characters from DC. That last one was really good, by the way, because I got to see my favorite Superman, other than Christopher Reeves, which is Brandon Routh, is as Superman again in that show. So it was pretty cool. I like Brandon Routh Superman. I'm one of those guys that like Superman Returns. It's just a movie I really enjoyed. Sue me. I liked it. So, um, and I'm 22. Dean Winchester.
Wow. Wow. So higher up.
Dean is my
Well,
favorite one though. Between Dean and Sam, I like a Dean. I'm a Dean guy. Sam's cool though, but Dean is just I love Dean. Just dude eats hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and kills demons and just really, it's just a great character. Yeah, but you need Dean and Sam together, which is what the list should have been best duos. If it was the best duos, then they probably win best duo because you got to have Dean and Sam and Dean. You got to have them too.
Sam and Dean. That's
Sam
right.
and
You got
Dean.
it right the first time. Sam and Dean.
But Dean, man,
Sam and Dean.
you can't. But Sam by itself ain't that cool unless you have Dean. You need Dean.
Well, I disagree. I think Sam's got a really good story for his own self, but
Well,
he was a part demon.
yeah.
He's got a
We
little bit
know.
of demon blood in him.
Yeah, we know that he was the vessel for Lucifer. We know this. We know this. But
Maybe some don't. Maybe they haven't watched the show and you're spoiling it for 'em.
well, you already told him that. You already told him Bobby Singer dies. Shoot. So
Bobby hasn't made my list yet. How'd I tell him?
well, maybe I told him. Anyway, all right. Number 21, and then I'll pass it over to you. Number 21 for me
Okay.
is Willow from Buffy. Uh, Willow is like a character that immediately in the show I really enjoyed her and Xander. I enjoyed everybody that was in the show, but Willow was the character that you see the most growth from, especially when she started becoming a witch and she became the most powerful witch. Just that show was just such a fun show. That was one of the first shows I actually owned on DVD. Is Buffy. I would buy all the Buffy shows.
Yeah.
And then when Angel came, I started buying Angels, and then I really started just paying more attention to Angel than I did Buffy because because in my opinion was the better show. But yeah,
I agree. Angel, I think, was the better show. It just didn't get the love it should have gotten from the studio.
yeah,
CW.
freaking
Just didn't
CW
love it.
man, freaking CW.
They wouldn't greenlight the sixth season before they started season 5, so that's what
And
it ended.
they ended it on such a sour note. I will say this about Buffy: they allowed Buffy to end on a better note than
Yeah.
they did Angel. Angel ended like so, like you don't know who lived and who died. I believe a lot of them was on their last leg. They killed a very important character in the show. I'm not gonna spoil it for people, but just like it just went downhill. But the show was such a fun show. Um, just man, and then Buffy was such a fun show. And whenever they came back together, you enjoy seeing them. Just Dave Boreanaz, man. Glad he's still working. We can say that about everybody. I'm glad he's still out there, man. I'm glad to see David out there, buddy. All right, go ahead,
Have you
buddy.
seen his new show,
Uh, what's his new show?
Still Team?
I haven't seen that. Last show I seen that he was in was Bones, which I really enjoyed what I saw of Bones. I didn't get to finish it, but I liked what I saw of it. Well,
You're doing better than me.
yeah.
I never saw it.
I mean,
I like David. He's cool. Was
but,
that your number 21?
yeah, it's 21. Yep.
Okay. Number 25, Negan, The Walking Dead. I mean, when you talk about a guy that makes an arrival, I don't think anyone could make a better arrival than Negan. Sadly, his arrival killed the show, but it is what it is.
But hey, he was well cast. Like
He was.
he was
Jeffrey
well
D.
cast.
Morgan is perfect as Negan.
Yeah, he's like the thing about Negan is he's the bad guy that you just kind of love too. Just like he has a face where you just want to love Negan, but Negan is just like Negan will kill you. But because he'll have to feed Lucy. Lucille needs to eat. Um, but yeah, man.
Mini, miny, mo.
But yeah, I haven't seen what happened in the seasons to come. I ended it with Negan and Rick's big face off around the tree, and then like Negan being put in captivity. That's where I ended it.
Yeah, that's where I left. That's where I left.
I haven't seen anything. When I go to watch Walking Dead, I'm gonna start Walking Dead. I'm, I'm gonna try to start it all over again and watch it through. Um, Although I also want to see Fear the Walking Dead, but I don't know where if I should kind of trade off and watch those like that, or try to watch one and then watch the other. I don't know. I don't know if they have anything to do
Probably
with
be
one another.
better
Really.
just watch one and the other.
Okay.
They catch up, but I mean, I would say watch Walking Dead first. It's just that Morgan goes from Walking Dead to Fear.
Okay.
You know, he's the character that moves.
Okay.
Unless there's been more. Well, I think there has been more. I think Dwight is now on Fear, but I haven't seen it.
Well, don't ruin stuff for me. I ain't seen the show, Brandon. Spoilers,
I'm
Brandon.
saying I don't know for sure.
Maybe
I've heard.
Maybe they should call you Captain Spoilers.
Well, I knew I'd be a captain of something.
All right.
All right. Number 24 for me, and don't get upset that he's number 24. Joey Tribbiani from Friends.
Whoa.
How you doing? How you doing? Yeah.
Can you be any more? Can I wear any more clothes?
All right. I love Joey though. Oh, it was hard to put him up at number 24. It really was, but I had to. I just like these other people better. Number 23, Steve Sanders, Beverly Hills 90210.
Are you going to put everybody from down there to 10 on this thing on the list, man? Is Shannon what's her name?
I didn't like Brenda.
No,
I did not like Brenda. I didn't like
You like
Brenda.
Kelly though. You like Kelly.
I didn't care much for Kelly either. I like Donna, and I like Valerie. Valerie was the bad girl.
All right, but yeah, Steve Sanders, Mr. Sharknado, he made it. I'm glad.
He made it.
Ian made it. That's good.
Yeah. Number 22, Ross Geller.
I feel like that you are the one that stole his sandwich and ate it. Ross didn't make my list. Ross did not make my list.
No love for Ross?
No love for Ross. Ross didn't make it.
Now, actually, number 22, 21 could have mismatched. I had a hard time with this, but number 21 was Chandler Bing. Chandler?
So Chandler is 21?
Oh my God.
No, that's what's name? That's that one girl.
But he also says it too when she speaks. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Chandler was awesome. Ross was awesome. I mean, those two could have went either way. I love both of them.
Good.
I love both their stories. I also love both their relationship stories with Monica and Rachel. I mean, that was perfect.
You saying something? I thought somebody said something. That's okay.
You're hearing stuff, Aaron. You're hearing stuff.
I am. Number 20, Jimmy McGill, a.k.a. Saul Goodman, on Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. So, man, what a compelling character. A guy that you kind of root for, even though you don't have no right to root for him, because he can do some very despicable things. He doesn't mind breaking the law to get his clients out of jail and stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. You should watch the show. Number 19, Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. hey, Morty, come along with me, Morty. We're gonna go on an adventure, Morty. It's gonna be a great adventure. We're gonna keep going on adventures and gonna keep doing adventures and more adventures after those adventures and even more adventures after those adventures, Morty. And then at the same time, Morty's like, I don't know, Rick. I don't know. I don't want to do it, Rick. It's such a great show.
Never
People,
seen it. Is that the one that looks like Doc
yeah,
from Back to the Future?
yeah. So they
Okay.
based it kind of off of Back to the Future, but like a parody, like a more grown up type of version. But yeah, it's such a great show. It's funny. One of my favorite comedies since I was gonna say Futurama. I guess I should go ahead and say Futurama. I like Family Guy as well, but Futurama is the one that is much up there for me more than Family Guy. But Rick and Morty is probably like one of my number one shows, animated shows like that. Only one that's better than that is probably Boondocks, which is probably one of the best shows in the history of television. And I didn't put none of those characters on here. I feel ashamed now. Oh Lord, sorry, Regina King. I'm so sorry.
Well, that's all right.
So, uh, where do I end at?
16.
18. Sawyer from Lost.
Don't tell me anything. I haven't seen that show.
I won't say nothing else. Sawyer from Lost. Number 17. Buffy Summers from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah, is her show. You know what? When I first started watching that show, I was like, how are they going to replace her, Christy Swanson, with Sarah Michelle Gellar? But Sarah knocked it out the park. Sarah is, to me, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, not Christy Swanson. I kind of overlook the movie Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I like Paul Rubens in it. Pee Wee. I like uh, I like uh, freaking Luke Perry in it. Those people in it for what. And then I think Donald Sutherland. I like him in it. But the show, man, Sarah Michelle Gellar made that
Show is
show.
better.
Yeah. And then number 16 for me is Adrian Monk from Monk.
Never seen it.
Oh, Adrian Monk is the germaphobe, OCD uh, detective, essentially. Like he's a private investigator, but he pays so much attention to detail that he's able to see crime scenes and crime that other people can't see because he's just that his OCD and his germaphobe nature allows him to see crimes that other people can't see. He's really good at solving them, even though he's just really like he's just really great. Adrian Monk, man. And then like the characters around him, Leland Stoudemire, and Leland Stoudemire, you'll probably know better as Buffalo Bill or whatever from Sounds of the Lambs. You know, put the lotion on your skin. You know that guy. Um,
Yeah.
uh, I want to say he did the voice of Candy Cane on on you remember that movie with Paul Walker,
Yeah.
Joyride? Was it what it was?
Right.
Yeah, I want to say he did the voice of Candy Cane. I might be wrong, but it sounds like him. Um,
That's him. But I can't remember his name. It wasn't Candy Cane. Paul Walker was playing Candy Cane, messing with him as Candy Cane.
yeah, it's Candy Cane. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I can't remember his name, his handle, but Rusty Nails. There
Rusty
you go.
Nails. Hmm.
Yeah, he did Rusty Nails.
It's Steven
Yeah.
Zahn. We're gonna have
Okay.
to revisit that movie on an episode later on in the future.
Okay. All right, that's fine with me. I love Paul Walker, Steve Zahn. I love that movie. I love that movie.
I love that movie
Uh,
too. I love it too. I said I love it, Brandon.
Number 20 for me, Bobby Singer from Supernatural. Yes, balls. Oh, balls.
Oh, boss. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, Bobby, man. What else can you say about
I
Bobby
miss him.
Singer? He was their biggest, like, whenever anybody would call to try to prove the identity of Sam and Dean, Bobby would answer the phone, whatever phone correlated to whatever number, and he'll be whatever they need him to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Bobby,
Great old Bobby. All
balls.
right. Number 19 for me. Pacey Witter, Dawson's Creek. Josh Jackson.
Never seen it.
You'll like it. You like Josh Jackson.
I do like Josh Jackson. He's one of my favorite guys, man. But my love for him predates Dawson. It goes back to Mighty Ducks. So I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there for him because I'm a Mighty Duck. He's a Mighty Duck. So yeah,
Yeah.
you know
He's great in this
love,
role.
our love for Mighty Ducks. You know what I'm saying? We stay with them, even though Goldberg kind of messed up in life. We still love Goldberg. We still love him. the man's having some issues, but that's okay. We love him.
Yeah, we love it.
Maybe Kenny can help him out.
Goldberg. He was much better than Bill Goldberg at being Goldberg.
Quick question, real quick. Did they replace Goldberg? Because the guy that they had in heavyweights, he was in the first Mighty Ducks as well, but he didn't return for Mighty Ducks 2. So did they replace Goldberg, or was it that he was?
Goldberg's in all three. Goldberg's in all three films.
So who was the guy that was in heavyweights? He was in the original Mighty Ducks, but I guess he just didn't make it after that.
He moved or something. I don't know.
Okay, nobody cares.
He was written out.
Yeah, him and Juicy Smollett.
Yeah. All right, number 18 for me, Steve Urkel, Family Matters. Look what you did, big guy.
Hey, Urkel was on my list, but I took him off. Did I do that?
Took him off? Man.
Did I do that? Also, spoilers. Carl, big guy, he's not on my list either. Big guy didn't make it.
Carl Winslow.
Winslow didn't make it.
I had to take him out too, but Steve made it. I mean, Urkel. I mean,
because he's Urkel. He's Urkel.
He's Urkel.
He's
I
Urkel.
mean, how can you? No, seriously, him and Steve Urkel and Pee Wee Herman had a baby and created a character that I created, Eugene Virgil Pritchard. No doubt about it. They were my inspiration for Eugene. Big thanks to Steve Urkel, though. I mean, could have done it without him.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
Inspired.
Having babies, two dudes.
Well, I'm just saying.
All right.
Steve Urkel, Pee Wee Herman had a baby and created Eugene Virgil Pritchard.
Brandon, since you did it, you got to give us a little bit of Eugene Virgil Pritchard.
Well, it's been a while, but okay. My name is Eugene Virgil. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Richard! And the bank stole my damn check. What you looking at, Aaron? You say something funny? It's been a long time. I mean, I would have to rehearse that.
Yeah, that was nice. That's good. That's good. Hey, that was a Markout. That was a Markout movie original. You just seen that, guys, ladies and gentlemen. You just seen it right there.
Sadly, you saw it. Sadly. All right, where was I even at? Okay, number 17. After the Eugene thing happened, Dylan McKay, Beverly Hills 90210. The best character on the show.
I agree.
Hands down.
Hands down. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was best. Number 16, Will, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the Fresh Prince, Will Smith.
He's pretty high up there for you. He's pretty high up there for you. Oh, he made my list. He made my list. Okay. He on the list. You ready for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Number 15, Daryl Dixon, Walking Dead. Daryl dies, we riot. Daryl Dixon. One of the best characters on the show.
Oh, man. I forgot to put in Merle.
You just gonna put Merle on and not Daryl?
I don't like Daryl. I never have.
Ah, this
If he
guy.
died, I'd be happy.
This guy.
I just don't. See, you think he's one of the best characters? I don't think he is a character.
No,
I don't
well, okay. Wait
appeal.
a minute. Hold up. So let's reiterate. No, he was not a character in the comic books originally. No, he was not. He
Oh,
wasn't.
I know. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay. I thought you were
I
saying
just don't
because he
feel
wasn't.
It's not because he wasn't a comic book character. I just don't feel he's interesting. Like when he's on screen, maybe it's a Norman Reedus thing. I don't know. Maybe I just got something against Norman. I don't know. I don't care. I'd rather see Merle. Michael Rooker brings it. He just brings it. Whether you like his character or not, he was entertaining. Uh, I'd rather. I got upset when they killed him, like because he was trying to do right. So that's the thing. When you try to do right on The Walking Dead, you're getting killed off. You're getting killed off.
Merle,
Don't do
Merle,
right.
Merle,
Oh,
Merle ended up becoming a favorite guy that was
yeah.
on the show.
I forgot about him.
Michael Rooker is an excellent actor, by the way. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Um, um,
Yes.
and then let's see. So Daryl Dixon, number 14, Johnny Smith from Dead Zone. Uh,
Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael, yeah. Oh,
I
uh,
haven't seen. I bought it because of him.
it was
Just
a
haven't
show
watched.
that I loved on USA. Just back in the day when it was on there. Just, and it didn't dawn on me at the time that it's just the same kid that was, Russ or whatever, But when I seen it, it just like I just want to see more of him, and
Yeah.
it's how I am to this day. He shows up on the Go-Birds as like a principal or a guidance counselor on the Go-Birds now. Just
He's
love to
gonna
see.
show up in Halloween Kills.
Yeah, I'm all for it, man. I want him to work because he's like in the '80s. I want all these '80s guys to still have work, and I'm glad that man, Molly Ringwald, you're out there somewhere, Molly. Come back.
Riverdale.
Is she on Riverdale?
Yep. She plays Archie's mom.
I'm gonna have to watch Riverdale. Okay. You just put that on my list, Brandon. You just put Riverdale on my list. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was kind of cool seeing her and Luke Perry together. It was just kind of cool seeing that. But yeah,
but
she's on
then
it.
but then Luke died, so
Yeah, I'm not sure if she's still on it. She was on it when I was watching. I'm assuming she kind of filled the void of the parent role
yeah.
since his passing.
Oh man, we miss you, Luke. And so number 13, Joey from Friends.
Joey.
You already spoke about him. One of my favorite characters on the show. That's all I can say. I don't really. I mean, I like Ross. I like all of them really.
Yeah, they're all great.
But I put Joey on there, and I unfortunately I hate that I had to take Phoebe off because Phoebe was in that part, but I took Phoebe out of it and put Joey because I just like Joey a little bit more. But I love Phoebe as well.
Yeah. Phoebe was the best female character on that show.
I
No
agree.
doubt.
Phoebe was the best female character. All right, and do I end at 12? Is that where I end?
11.
All right,
11.
12. Dexter Morgan from Dexter.
I haven't seen it, and I'm ashamed of it.
What can I say? A great, insightful movie show. Now, no matter when I see that guy, I always think of him as Dexter. No matter what else he's in, he's always Dexter and everything. And even the sister in the show, she played in Quarantine as the reporter lady. But no matter, she's gonna be Deborah Morgan. No matter what she's in, she's gonna be Deborah Morgan from Dexter. I don't care what else she's in. She's Deborah. But all right, number 11. All right, 10.
11.
Oh, did I skip somebody?
You must have.
Oh, because 11 is Dexter. I'm sorry.
What
Number
was
12,
12?
Homer Simpson.
Homer.
Uh, yeah, Homer J. Simpson. Homer J. Homer Bartholomew JoJo Simpson. No, Homer J. Simpson. Bart's name is Bart Bartholomew JoJo Simpson. But anyway, Homer J. Simpson. Uh, Homer is one of the most iconic characters in the history of television. Homer
Now,
Simpson.
as a kid, did you like Homer better or did you like Bart better?
As a kid, I think I like Bart, but as an adult, relate more to Homer. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like, it's like my next one. Where I go to? I go to 10, don't I? 11, don't I?
No, you go 11. 11.
Oh, I already went to 11.
11.
Dexter. But let me say that I like Homer more now than I did. But back then, I like Bart. But
Yeah.
then when you get older, start appreciating the other characters, like Mr. Burns and Moe and Barney. You start appreciating Otto. You start appreciating
Yeah.
Krusty and Groundskeeper Willie. Just all these other characters. They're just so much. They are so much fun.
Yeah, I'm wanting to revisit that show so bad,
It's on
but
Disney
I
Plus.
don't know when to get to. It is. I have like the first 20 seasons though, so I wish they would release them all, but it is what it is. All right. Number 15 for me, Dan Connor, Roseanne. For me, he's just the heart and soul of that show.
Not
And I love
Roseanne.
Dan. I love John Goodman. I'm a
Not
John Goodman guy.
not Roseanne, but Dan.
No, I'm not Dan. Yeah, Dan. Even though I will say the show The Connors misses Roseanne. I didn't feel that way at the beginning, but now I don't get excited to watch it like I used to.
Yeah.
So, but she said what she said, and she's got to pay the price, and the price is not being on the show. So,
Well, I don't know.
but
I will tell you a little quick anecdote is when I seen Arachnophobia, my mom rented it for me on VHS. And on the cover of it, I cannot find this cover anywhere, but somewhere on the cover or either on the back, you see John Goodman. You see John Goodman's name, but you see like a little picture of
yeah,
John. I thought I associated John Goodman with Roseanne and him being funny in Roseanne. And so I thought, oh, this can be a comedy. And as a kid, I sat down at nighttime and watched Arachnophobia and got freaked out so bad that I was up at midnight clearing any spider web or cobweb I seen out of the corner of the house because I just did not want. And to this day, I'm afraid of spiders is because of arachnophobia.
well, there you go. Good job.
You did it.
Great movie though. It is a great movie. I watched it as a kid though, but I loved those type of movies as a kid. I just never did watch that one. But yeah, not John Goodman. Dan Connor is my 15. My 14. That's what she said. Michael Scott from The Office.
He didn't even clear your 10. He didn't clear
I
your
know it.
10.
You're gonna be disappointed.
Oh, I'm already there, buddy.
Number 13, Dwight Schrute from The Office. Oh yeah, I can see the looks. I mean, I know it.
I'm just
And this was just for you.
I'm just reacting the way that the rest of the
Audience.
the marks listening to this, they're going to be marking out the same way. So I'm marking out for them.
Number 12, Jim Halpert from The Office.
Right now, I feel like I'm that dude, the Undertaker guy that was surprised when Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker.
All right. You ready for number 11?
No.
Are you ready?
Pam from The Office.
I honestly thought I honestly thought this guy would have been in my top 5. 'Cause I love his character so much. I love the actor. He's my favorite character in The Walking Dead. Shane Walsh, The Walking Dead. John Berthel as Shane Walsh.
The
I love
Punisher.
that character. I love that. I love Shane. He does what needs to be done. Rick found that out and started doing it later on, but Shane wanted to do it at the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't
You
like
know,
Shane?
Shane was also sleeping with Rick's wife, Lori.
That,
But he thought Rick was dead. He thought Rick was dead.
he did. I mean,
He really wasn't a bad guy. He really wasn't a bad guy. He led them
he
the
had
wrong way.
flaws.
Yeah.
And what did he tell Rick? You're gonna get your family killed. And what did Rick do? He got his family killed.
Yeah. He ain't wrong.
Shane knew.
Also,
I wished we could have had I was just gonna say I wish we could have had Shane versus the governor, or Shane interacting with Negan. I think those would have been electrifying scenes.
Yeah, I
just
agree.
The dialogue alone.
Yeah. Hey, the guy that plays Shane, I loved when he popped up in Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah.
Just it's just like he's another one of those actors where you're like, yeah, man, I'm glad seeing you. I'm glad seeing you that you're still doing stuff. Yeah, he was really cool on Walking Dead, and I'm glad to see they're still working. Obviously now the Punisher's canceled on Netflix, but there's other work out there for him, I hope. So
yeah, he's gonna be in the Sopranos movie.
Okay. Is that your 11? Was that it?
That was my 11.
Number 10, Al Bundy. Al Bundy.
He's a little up there for me. He's a little bit higher than for me. Great choice.
Al Bundy, man. That's what I was gonna say is when I got older, I started identifying more with Al Bundy and understanding his situation and scenarios and stuff like that. As a kid, I watched the show and I watched Bud and Kelly and everybody else. But Al Bundy, man, is probably like one of my favorite characters in that show. Al Bundy. From Polk High. And then number 9 is Angel. From Angel. Dave Boreanaz. Had to make my list. Angel is one of my favorite shows in the history of television shows. I think that it set the precedent of what other shows like Supernatural and stuff like that would have later on become. I think Buffy did it, but Angel took it to a different level. And I think now everything kind of followed the Angel type of treatment. Even when it comes to like when Supernatural kind of have episodes where they're kind of more funny and comical, Angel had those comical and funny episodes as well. So yeah, Angel. That's all I can say about Angel. David Boreanaz, loved it. All right, number 8, Eric Cartman from South Park.
Never seen South Park.
Catman in the big red sneaking man. The big red sneaking Catman. Pull over now. But man, the only reason why to watch South Park is for Eric Cartman. Honestly, like the other kids are funny and stuff like that in other situations. But Cartman is the funniest character in the show. He is the funniest character on the show. Number 7, George Costanza from Seinfeld. George was my favorite character on Seinfeld, even including Seinfeld, including Jerry, Elaine, Kramer, Cosmo Kramer, any other character, Newman. Out of all of them, Costanza is my favorite character.
Who was your worst? Who was the worst character for you?
I would say, uh, hmm, of the main cast, probably
Yeah,
probably Jerry. I mean, I like Delane. I still like Delane.
yeah,
I would say Jerry. Out of the secondary cast, I would probably say Newman. But I like Newman too. I like Newman. But it's just I would say Jerry is the worst one out of the whole mix. But everybody else, all the other characters around Jerry were all funny. Jerry was good, but all the other characters was funnier than Jerry. Stanza became like the funniest character on that show. Kramer became funny over the time, but um and Elaine it became interesting too. But Jerry just was always Jerry. He never really changed.
yeah. Yeah. I feel like Jerry was the worst of those guys. They made him funnier, I guess you could say. He surrounded himself with funny people, funny characters, I guess. Not that Jerry Seinfeld wasn't funny. I felt the other characters brought life to his life.
I agree, and that's why
Brought life to his life.
that's why like honestly like although I at one point I would say Seinfeld was my favorite situation comedy of all time, I would say that has changed over the time. Like where I would put even Friends over Seinfeld in the sense of all the characters in Friends were all funny and all kind of brought something totally different to the table. But with Seinfeld, I just felt like Jerry was always the weakest one on the show.
Yeah. I'd say Friends is better. I would have to rewatch Seinfeld, but it definitely gives Seinfeld a run for its money. I could not argue that. It quite possibly could be better because everybody is so good on Friends, and I agree. I think Jerry lacks in the comedy aspect, even though the show was about him.
Yeah, and the thing is Seinfeld isn't probably I wouldn't even consider like that top five. Well, it would be top five of the sitcom shows. I would say I would say The Office is a better show than Seinfeld, and I would say France combined because The Office just was a totally different concept at that time, really, and it just
Yeah,
it took comedy to now. Comedy kind of does that now. Comedy doesn't do the laugh track comedy a lot at the times now. It seems like more
yeah.
comedy now is that comedy like The Office and stuff like that. So, um, and then number I end with six. So number six would be Quinn Mallory from Sliders. Um,
Never seen it.
oh, that show was really wonderful show for me. I enjoyed you know, like parallel universes, like kind of stacked on one another, and you go through this slide, this uh, wormhole essentially that will take you to a different dimension, just like ours. With different like there's an Aaron Whitlow and a Brandon Spivey with a Markout Movie podcast on that there, but their podcast might be a totally different podcast where they don't do movies, but they do like just books or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like just different little things. It was just a fun show, but the show over the course of its show life goes downhill, and like you lose when Quinn Mallory leaves, when every other main character that you really like starts to leave the show. The show is no longer the show that you remember, and that's where that ended up for me. It was my six though. I'm ready for your whatever.
10 through 6. All right, number 10, George Costanza, Seinfeld. I was in the pool. I was in the pool.
The shrinkage episode.
Shrinkage. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, as you said, he's probably for me. He was definitely the best character on the show. I identified with George a lot. Just he was an amazing character. He made Seinfeld better. I love the scenes with him and Elaine, the awkwardness at first before they actually become friends, and I just love him. He was the reason I watched the show. There you go.
Bendelay
He was the
Industries.
reason.
Say Bendelay Industries. Bendelay Industries. Real quick, you mentioned this, and I just wanted to throw this out there. I too identified with George Costanza more than any other character on that show. You know, everybody would be like, "Well, I'm," you know, we know some people that say, "Well, they're the Jerry Seinfelds of the bunch," you know, and stuff like that. But honestly, I didn't see myself as a Cosmo Kramer. I don't see myself as a Elaine. I don't see myself as a Newman. I see myself more as a George Costanza because of just his luck in life and his trying to get over and just trying to make it, and you know, just such a. I just thought about the fact that his fiance dies from licking a stamp, and but he wanted to break up with her. He didn't really want to be in a relationship, but he has to be sad now that she's dead. But he's not sad. You know, just come on, man. This show, man. Just
Go ahead and say it, Aaron.
it's
He's
just
a terrible person.
no. I love it though, but I love everything about him. I love just like just the stuff that he like the whole thing about him getting fired. I can appreciate this because I've been fired. So the whole thing of him being fired and and then Jerry and them was saying, well, why don't you just go back to work? Just go back to work. Just go back in there and act like nothing ever happened. And he goes back the next Monday like nothing ever happens. That's hilarious.
I can't
Brandon,
get up.
Brandon, what are you doing?
Okay.
What's going?
My battery is dying. I'm trying to get to a charger.
Oh,
Only here on the show. Yeah, okay. Come on. I got 8%.
come on, Brandon. Put the plug in. Plug it in. What is going on in the House of Spivey over here?
Well, Dawson, I need you to get out for a second. I gotta finish the show. Okay.
Ooh, that's a cool wall behind you, though.
Yeah, it's a different room now.
I noticed.
I'll be right back.
All right. So while Brandon is getting things situated, I would like to take this time to say thank you all for listening to the show. And in this episode, if you're able to see this, hopefully on YouTube, watching this on the show and watching all the stuff that's happening, including Brandon. It seemed like falling out of a chair at one point, but he didn't fall. He just dropped the phone. But he's back now. I guess. Hey, there's Dawson. If you ever hear Brandon talk about Dawson, watching movies with him, this is the Dawson he's talking about. Dawson is
That's
a
my
mark.
boy.
Dawson is a mark. Hello, Dawson. Thank you for marking out with us, Dawson.
All right. Where were we?
We're at your list, Brandon. Before you died, George Costanza, number 10.
All right. I was at George. Okay. Number nine. Kevin Arnold, The Wonder Years. Remember that show?
Yeah. Which one was Kevin?
Fred Savage.
Oh, okay. I never really watched
That's what he's known for. Yeah, I absolutely loved him. And
I know him more for Little Monsters and Princess Bride. That's where I know him from. I didn't really watch Wonder Years, but I remember it.
Okay, he's going down.
Okay.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah, Kevin Arnold. I wanted to put Winnie Cooper on here, but just ran out of room. Ran out of people. Yeah, I love Kevin Arnold. What's his name? From Home Alone. Daniel Stern is the narrator. His older Kevin Arnold. So
I did not know
yeah,
this.
yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
show. It's coming of age story, comedy, drama. It's awesome.
You
I
know
loved
what
it.
I didn't put on here is anybody from Freaks and Geeks, which I love that show too. But yeah,
I love the show, but not one character really just stood out as like, oh, I love him or I love her. Just I loved it all together, but not one character.
also speaking of older shows, I want to also see that '70s show because I always heard it's a really good show. I just never really watched it. So
Never seen it. Well, I've seen some of it, but not all of it. Clips here and there. Ashton Kutcher is really funny in it. What I've seen.
because it's freaking Ashton Kutcher, how do you not like Ashton? That's what I'm saying.
And I don't care for him, but I like him in the show. I really don't. Train's coming.
I hear
Everything's just coming full ahead at me. Okay. I'll move on. Number 8, Dean Winchester from Supernatural. As you said, he likes to eat his burgers.
Sam. Come on, Sam.
Number 7 for me, Sam Winchester from Supernatural.
You like Sam more than Dean, clearly.
I do like Sam better. Yes.
You like Sam? You like Sam's face? Sam does this. That's what the face he makes. Like when he's like trying to be like.
Yeah.
The Sam
he does
face.
make that face. But yeah, I just identify more, I guess, with Sam's story. I don't know. He didn't want to go into family business. He wanted his life of his own. It's kind of
until his girlfriend burnt up on the roof of his dorm room.
Yeah, that kind of changes things for you when your girlfriend's burning up
on the roof, on the ceiling.
But number 6 for me, Al Bundy, Married with Children. Oh, Peg, you're still here.
Did you miss me, Al? With every bullet so far.
That's right. Beth did not like that post at all. Yeah, I posted it the other day, and she didn't like it.
It was funny, Beth. Get over it, Beth. It was funny. I love you, Beth. Anyway. That was your 6, right?
That was my 6.
You ready?
I'm ready for you. Your top 5.
Number 5, Will Smith from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in West Philadelphia. Born and raised on playgrounds where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, alcohol, and shooting some b-ball outside of school. Yeah. Will Smith was like one of my favorite, like the show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was a show I would look forward to. I believe it came on at one point on Mondays, maybe at one point, maybe even on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. I forgot. And then I don't think it ever was on like Fridays, but it just was a show that I always would look forward to watching. And it was just a great part of the 90s, man. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was. Number 4, Michael Scott. Michael Scott made my list as number 4 because to me, I should have put Dwight Schrute on this list.
Oh, you didn't put Dwight. No. Oh.
But
no love for Dwight.
Michael Scott, he should have went where Michael Scott is. Well, I like Michael though, because he was just such an enduring character that you just like first like you said you hated him, but then you start loving him. But Dwight should have been on that list. I'm sorry, Dwight. Your honorable mention for me. You'll be number 1 honorable mention for me.
When I go back and watch The Meg, I will see nothing but Dwight from here on out.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to go back and watch it. All right, number 3 for me is Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. That show, it just wrapped up this past week, was the last episode, and it was a good little episode to see how the whole series ends. It was 11 seasons.
You're breaking up on me.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
It's breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you better.
All right. Number 3, Phil Dunphy.
Am I breaking up?
No. Phil Dunphy
Yeah,
from
I'm
Modern
not.
Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. Can you hear me, Brandon?
I hear Modern Family, but I don't know who you're talking about. I hear you better. Say something.
Phil Dunphy.
Yeah, I see you moving. I don't hear you.
Phil Dunphy.
Philadelphia? Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
I don't know. What's he talking about? Anybody else? No one's in the room with me, of course.
I said,
oh boy,
I like Phil Dunphy. Phil Dunphy.
He likes Philadelphia. Is he talking about the Eagles? I don't know.
I said I like
Maybe
Phil
he's talking
Dunphy.
about Rocky. Rocky's from Philadelphia.
Phil Dunphy. Can you hear me now? Phil Dunphy.
Philadelphia. I hear that.
No. Anyway, Modern Family. I like Modern Family.
I hear you.
The father on Modern Family, Phil Dunphy. I really enjoyed
Ed O'Neill.
No.
Ed O'Neill.
No. Ty Burrell. Ty Burrell.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You know who Ty Burrell is, don't you?
I don't think so.
He played in the Dawn of the Dead. He was like the douchebag dude from the remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Was he the survivor? The one that gets left behind?
He's the one. He dies towards the very end. He was like the dark-haired dude.
I can't hear you.
He's a dark-haired dude having sex on camera. That's okay. That's okay. Brandon, can you hear me?
Somewhat, not entirely.
Number two. Can you hear me? Number 2. Sam Beckett.
It's breaking up.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute.
I moved it. Is it
Hear
better?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me.
Well, it's breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, that's better.
All right, maybe it's you. All right,
maybe.
So I was saying, the first one was Ty Burrell, who played Phil Dunphy in Modern Family, and then the second one, number 2, is Sam Beckett from Quantum Leap.
Good old Sam.
Sam Beckett, Quantum Leap.
Good old Sam.
Good old Sam. Number 1. Oh.
Can't see you.
Hold up. All right, there we go. I'm back. Number 1.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, good to be back. Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation. My number 1 character in the history of characters on TV is Ron freaking Swanson.
Good girl.
Go ahead, Brandon.
All right. Number 5 for me. Timeout. Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. Zach Morris is trash. I never understood why he's trash. Do you like Zach?
Yeah, but why people call him trash?
I don't know.
He does trashy. Oh, there's a YouTube show talk about why Zach Morris is trash.
I need to watch it. Find out why he's trash.
He tried to sell.
I've always liked him.
He tried to sell Kelly for dates or something. I don't know.
Anyway, number 4 for me, Jack Bauer, 24. Where's the ball? But yeah, we've talked about him. He's very intense. Number 3, surprisingly, he's not on your list. I know he's old, but I've said on the remote. Number 3 for me, Barney Fife, Andy Griffith Show.
Well, Andy was
What's
on
so
my
funny?
list. Andy was on my list at one point, but I took him off.
No love for Barney?
No love for Barney.
No love. How dare you not love Barney Fife? Good old man. All right. Number 2 for me,
I love
Ron
Mr.
Swanson, Parks and Rec. I don't know what happened. That's 2.
Yeah.
Not sure what's going on.
You got to miss 2.
I can't hear a word you're saying.
Because you moved,
but
Brandon.
Obviously, it's shock value here because he's not number 1. What's that?
You got him at 2.
My mouth is moving? Yeah, he's at number 2. I'm glad we're understanding each other.
He's at 2 for you.
He's number 2.
Yes.
Yes, 2. He's 1 for you, 2 for me.
Who's 1 for you?
Complications here, fellas. Oh, that's Dawson Leary from Dawson's Creek. I named my son after that character. Come on, he's number 1. It finally came out. I named my son after Dawson Leary. After much speculation, it is finally true. I've it. Dawson Leary.
If you was to have another kid, what would you name that kid after?
Well, if we were gonna have a girl, we were gonna name her Gracie Ann. From Grace from God. But if it had to be a character in a movie or TV or whatever.
Might I interject where I think it would be? I think you would name
What's that?
I think you'll name your son Samuel Dean from Sam and Dean Winchester. So he'll be Sam Dean. Sammy Dean.
Sam Dean.
Yeah.
Sammy Dean Spivey. Got a ring to it. I think Beth would like that, except she would want Dean first. Dean
Why?
Samuel Spivey. There you go.
No one ever
Dean
says
better.
Dean and Sam. They always say Sam and Dean. Sam and Dean, not Dean and Sam. So,
did you know back in the day, it wasn't in Christian, it was Christian and Edge. They always said Christian first back in the day.
Oh, well, I didn't notice that.
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, the ring announcers would always announce it Christian and Edge.
Well,
even Lawler would say Christian and Edge. It was never Edge and Christian till Edge Lita.
Well, this has been the top 50 list of our television characters.
I can't hear a word he's saying now. I'm going to have to take the charge off and go back to the other room. Hopefully it doesn't run out.
It just looks like
just happened.
You're frozen. Now you are Anna and Elsa because you are frozen. But what I was saying.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you now.
All right, I can't see
Works
you.
in this room.
I can't see you.
I can't charge.
Why don't you bring your charger to a different...
see me?
No. But anyway.
Because I don't have any. I don't have anywhere to charge it. They're all occupied.
Maybe next time.
I could show you.
That's fine.
You
That's
see
fine.
the room?
I can't see nothing, Brandon. It's frozen. But anyway.
Well, I'm sorry. I think this experiment has been a failure.
Well, hey, experiment or not, this is all going on our website. It's all going on Anchor FM. It's going to also go on YouTube with all the glitches and everything. People are going to see what the Markouts have to deal with. But anyway, I thank you, Brandon, for joining us in this episode. It was good seeing you. I hadn't got to see you in so long, so it's good seeing your face again. Now I can't see it other than it's frozen, and you're looking. It's like, oh, it just says Brandon Spivey now. Oh, and I can't hear you either, Brandon. So I guess Brandon's gone.
Can you hear me?
Now I
Am I
can hear
back?
you. Yeah, you're sort of back. I can hear you, but I can't see you. But
Trying to figure it out. Yeah, I see it. Oh my god. Oh my god. I see how it's frozen. Oh no. Why?
this has been so funny. All right, but
What a terrible frame to freeze at. Are you serious? Oh man.
I love it. But all right, man. This has been
I'm gonna be
fun.
famous for this.
This is gonna be great. Well, it's been
It's
fun.
not.
It's been fun, Brandon.
It's
I'm
not.
gonna
Not. No.
I'm gonna close this out. This is what we
All
got.
right.
This is our product. So, Aaron
Yep. It's
Whitlow,
I'm Brandon Spivey. Frozen here.
and we are the Markout Movie Podcasters. And I thank you for listening. Thank you for marking out with us. And see you on the other side of this conversation.